Alright friends, welcome to the Monday Mine, and we are back in my season 2 and 3 world actually for the Monday Mine today. I thought it would be fun to visit this mine again and just go mining for some diamonds, but we gotta travel a little bit to get there. So while we're traveling there, if you're not sure what the Monday Mine is on this channel, that is where we spend, I don't know, about 10 minutes talking about something positive in our lives and just positivity in general. It can be a time of ASMR a little bit with some mining, and it can be a time of relaxation and reflection. So hopefully you would join me and enjoy. So we got our buddy Neb here, and we haven't seen Neb in a long time, but we're gonna go ahead and tie him up, and we're gonna head into our mine. This is one of my favorite mine designs. Out of all the different mines that I've made, I'm absolutely in love with this one. I just took this ravine and turned it into this like kind of lush jungle mine almost. And there's just slimes down here, unfortunately. That's just something we have to deal with in Minecraft these days. But yeah, we're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna pop our night vision potion so we don't have to use any torches. We're gonna skip 2 and mine out the 3rd one. Alright friends, before we get fully going here, let's go ahead and just get our relaxing music on, and let's just take a minute to kind of center and relax. And we're gonna do that with a quick breathing technique. We're just gonna take a deep breath, we're gonna hold it for 3 seconds, and then we're going to exhale. Let's do that together. Take a deep breath, hold it, and exhale. One more time, take a deep breath, hold it, and exhale. Excellent. Guys, if no one has told you this week, let me just remind you that you are important and you matter. You make the world around you better. By interacting with the people that you interact with on a regular basis, you make their lives better, because what we long for the most in life is connection, and every person you connect with, you're making their life better just by being around and able to connect with them. So thank you for just being you. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how your small goals are going for the year so far. We talked about in 2023, we want to focus on a couple just small goals to accumulate over time as the year passes and achieve big, large, lofty things by just chipping away at it in these really small little chunks. So we talked about simple things like, if we want to get better at reading, we're just going to guarantee ourselves 10 minutes a day to read, or 5 minutes a day to read, until that naturally builds up to more and more time. For instance, for me this week, I've decided that I'm really trying to reconnect with music. And I'm a musician, but I haven't really been playing a lot of music for quite a few months. Life has just been busy, and so I've neglected my guitar, I've neglected my music recording, and I've decided I'm just going to put aside 10 minutes every day this week to play my guitar. And that's it. No expectations, no I have to record anything, no I have to, have an inspiration for a new song, no expectations whatsoever, just 10 minutes a day just to play my guitar, so I can feel like I am reconnecting with that. And by having those small little goals, I'll have 70 minutes worth of playing guitar by the week's end. So that's what I'm saying. Have your little small goals, let them accomplish huge victories for you throughout the year. So how are your small goals going? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know on the Discord channel. There's an invite in the description. But how are they going? Hopefully, really, really well. So guys, what I want to actually talk to you about today is a couple of different things, and let's just go ahead and get into it here. I want you to spend a moment thinking about what went right last week. Maybe a lot of things happened to you. Maybe a lot of things happened to the people around you in your life. And maybe it'll take a moment to actually do this, but I want you to think about what went right last week. And for some people, that might be instantaneous. Hey, I know exactly what went right. It was my job. It was my friend coming to see me. It was my relationship's doing great, whatever it may be. And then for other people, it might be, you know what, PJ, I don't feel like anything went right last week. And I hear that and I understand that, but I also know something did. The fact that you're watching this video, the fact that you're here right now, something went right. So I want you to just spend a moment thinking about what went right last week. Hopefully you were able to think of something right there. Now that we have that thought of that one thing, and maybe there's a bunch, but I just want you to focus on one. Just pick a random one. Something that went right. How can we press into that? How can we focus on that thing that went right last week and apply it to this upcoming week? How can we duplicate that victory this week? How can we reflect on it this week in order to make our mood better as we go throughout this week? So keep that victory, keep that win, keep that thing that went right last week in your mind. Focus on it, reflect on it, enjoy it, be thankful for it because it was there. The next thing I want you to think about is what's one thing that maybe made you smile this past week? And you're probably thinking, well, the thing that was the win, the thing that was perfect, that went right for me last week is the thing that made me smile. And I'm not talking about like smiling because, things are good. I mean, somebody said something to you. Somebody told you a joke. You saw something online. It made you smile. What was that thing? What was that thing? Can you think of it? If you can, is there a way for you to maybe be that thing to someone else? Is there a way for you to reciprocate that sense of joy that was so pleasant to you that it actually made you smile? Maybe it was laughter, maybe it was a joke, maybe it was, a kind word. Can you actually offer that back to someone else this week? I bet you can. I bet you can. The last thing I want to bring up here is, what brought you a sense of peace this past week? Now, this is a very different thing than both of those two questions. What made you feel safe last week? What happened? What made you feel safe? What made you feel at peace? Maybe it was something you did that made you feel at peace with yourself. Maybe it was something someone said, something that was done to you that made you feel that way. Maybe it's something you acquired that gave you some sense of peace. How can we take that event, that interaction, that thing, and also press into it? How can we push for more of that and feel more of a sense of safety and joy in our lives? How can we do that? Hopefully, as I've said these three things, you thought about some of them. You thought about maybe the first one or the second one or the last one, something generated into your head. There was a reason I asked you these three questions. It wasn't random and it wasn't without purpose. The point of asking those questions was that I'm trying to get your mind to think about something good and something positive that happened directly to you. Throughout our day, we are exposed to so many intensely negative and draining things, whether it be things in the media, whether it be news ads. I don't know about you guys, but when I look at the different websites that I go to keep myself informed of what's happening in the world, when I'm on these news sites, the headers are always something horrendous. They're always something really terrible. They're always something to make you feel anxious so that you click on the ad and that you read the article and see whatever advertisement they got paid to plug in there. But we get exposed to these things and you might think those things are not affecting me, but I guarantee they are. They're making you feel anxious. They're making you feel stressed. They're making you feel down, negative, sad. That's what those kinds of thoughts do. And the problem is, the more we expose ourselves to that kind of thinking, and the more often we actually do that, then the more likely our brain is to focus on those types of things, because our brain is trainable. It is like a muscle. It is trainable. And so the point of me asking these questions, these 3 questions, was just to get your mind thinking about positive things, but not in the abstract, directly that are happening right now in your life. Notice I didn't say last year, a month ago, 2 months ago. These things you thought about, whether it was 1, 2, or all 3, they just happened to you. Just a couple days ago. It was last week. And so if you begin to do this yourself, if you begin to spend just a few minutes, what have we been, we're probably 10, 12 minutes into this video, but if you spend a few minutes every day reflecting on the positive parts of your life, not ignoring the negative things, but devoting as much time and energy as we do to these other influences, if we spend equal amount or even more focusing on the good, the positive things that are in our lives, we can change the way our minds feel. We can achieve happier existence. We can achieve a greater sense of peace. We can achieve a greater sense of purpose and being. We can do it, and we can do it in small, little steps. A lot of life is just perspective. It really is. We go through good times, we go through bad times. We can go through bad times and face it with a sense of gratefulness that our friends and family are around to help us. Or we can go through good times and focus on negatives because we're not happy with our lives or the way things are going. It's not always the external things. A lot of times it's the internal things that make us feel a certain way. So hopefully, guys, we can spend more time on the positive and less on the negative. All right, friends, hopefully you enjoyed that, and now we're going to look at what we actually got from that 20-minute mining session. So, this is all the goodies we collected, minus all the just regular stone that we get, but not too bad. 24 diamond, 8 iron, 57 gold, that's really good. And I don't get mad when I find redstone because my axe has mending and you get experience from this, so it just heals the axe, which is really great. But guys, if you enjoyed this content, please leave me a like, subscribe, join the community. We've got a Discord channel up and running. We'd love to see you there. We're just getting started with a bunch of stuff that we have planned for 2023, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. And until next time, I'll see you on the next episode of Mining Positivity. Bye, friends.